that there is a path, a very clear path, in fact, to your personal financial freedom. All right, so let's take care of a little bit of housekeeping. Bear with me for just a moment while I read this. Statements made in this presentation are strictly hypothetical. The company makes no claims, projections, or guarantees of any income or earnings potential. As with any trading activity, there are varying factors which may or may not be within the control of the individual trader or software, including but not limited to market conditions, hacking activities, or geographic concerns. Individual results may and likely will vary. Prior to investing money in crypto or any other markets, individuals should consult a licensed financial planner. Individuals should invest wisely and not risk more than they can afford to lose. Funds invested in cryptocurrencies are not protected by or insured by FDIC or other agencies. All right, so we've gotten that out of the way. Let's jump into the discussion today. Today, as I mentioned just a moment ago, we hopefully by the end of this discussion will help you to discover EasyBot, introducing and revolutionizing the way that people all around the world are using to safely and consistently earn cryptocurrency profits. Now, here's the challenge. A lot of people, maybe you, if you've been in any market and have attempted to trade in any market before, whether it's stocks or Forex, and what we know is that making consistent profits for most people can be hard or frustrating. Now, before we go into these reasons, this was posted December 7th. The reason why people trade to begin with is that they're attempting to earn better returns than what you could typically earn if you just put it into the market and left it alone. So hopefully we all understand and can agree that the only reason it's even worth the effort, the time, the energy, and the frustration of trying to trade a market yourself is that you're trying to get to a point where you can move faster than if you just put it and left it alone. All right, and so these are some of the challenges that the folks that are going this path are going to have to overcome. They've got a lot of folks are losing money because they don't have enough knowledge. It really does require a lot of studying that needs to be done in order to make consistent profits. These are just 10 of the most common reasons that traders lose money, certainly not all the reasons. And so what we're really going to focus on here today in our discussion is EasyBot as a solution to all of that. And what we're going to talk about today with EasyBot is how you can get the benefit of professional trading without all of those headaches. Now, to be clear about what EasyBot is an automated trading platform. And at the center of the EasyBot story is something called the EasyBot strategy. And really what the EasyBot strategy is all about is it's setting you up so that you can trade like an expert without having to become one. And you'll notice in the picture, you'll see where it says use the EasyBot strategy. I'll highlight that here for us. So that actually is an option. Now, 95% of our users are going to choose this option for the reasons we'll discuss today. So most of our discussion will be around how the EasyBot strategy works, but it is an option and you do have the option of choosing your own strategy. But here's some of the reasons that you would want to use the EasyBot strategy. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced user, you don't have to figure out your own strategy, spend countless hours tinkering with settings and parameters and all of these kinds of things. With EasyBot's proven strategy and really easy to use interface, you can be up and running, trading and closing in profit in no time. I mentioned just a moment ago, this is customizable for our advanced users. So if you are a professional trader and you've got tons of experience, the beautiful thing about EasyBot is that you can tap into the really powerful technology I just mentioned, and you can use your own strategy and design your own winning formula. Now, here's something that is really, really, really powerful and really important. The article I mentioned just a little while ago talked about the reason that most traders lose money. Well, here's the first thing that you should know about EasyBot, and that is it's designed for profitable trades only. Warren Buffett has a couple of rules. He's made all his money in investing. He owns a company called Berkshire Hathaway. And his first rule is don't lose money. And his second rule is never forget rule number one. And so EasyBot is built around that same premise. We don't lose money. It's built for profitable trades only. So when you use EasyBot, you have the benefit of knowing and of having the confidence that that number one most important rule that Warren Buffett has for himself and any successful trader or an investor has, which is don't lose money, EasyBot's got that covered for you. We've closed nearly 3 million trades in under a year for our members, and over 99% of those have been closed in profit. We think that a 99% plus profitable closing rate for trades made on behalf of our members is something to be incredibly proud of, and something that should give you a ton of confidence in using EasyBot. All right, let's talk about another feature real quick, which is automatic compounding. So with automatic compounding, when you have this feature on, you'll be able to grow your crypto portfolio even faster. So what happens here is that EasyBot's going to take all of the profit that it makes from every trade that it closes, and it's going to add that profit to the very next trade. So it's important to understand kind of how EasyBot works. It's in the market, it's trading 24/7, and it could close a couple of trades a day, sometimes dozens of trades a day, certainly dozens a week, or hundreds. We've seen hundreds of trades closed in a week. And every single one of those, well, 99% plus of those, when they're closed, there's profit there. That profit is added to the very next trade. Now, let's talk about why compounding matters. Here's Albert Einstein, who had something really powerful to say about compounding. He said the compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And he says, if you understand it, then you can earn it. If you don't understand it, then you're likely paying it. And we pay compound interest to banks all the time. We pay it in our mortgages and our car notes and our credit card. If the banks are earning compound interest, we're the ones who are paying it. And so really the conversation we're having in part today about your finances is changing that relationship from being the one who is paying compound interest to being one who is earning compound interest. And EasyBot does that on autopilot on your behalf. All right, so we know that the crypto markets are very, very exciting, and part of that excitement comes from their volatility. And so being able to trade in such a volatile market that changes in such dramatic ways is really very, very important, and EasyBot has you covered. In fact, the strategy is designed to be able to sustain a coin or an asset that drops 90% or more and still allow you to close a trade in profit. I'm going to pause here for just a second because I think this is very, very important to emphasize. And we shared this example yesterday. And this account is a good example of what we're talking about in terms of how EasyBot performs. So here's a coin that was being traded. It's called Aave. And don't get overwhelmed by all the other data on the screen. We'll come back and talk about that in just a minute. I just want you to focus on a couple of important points. One is the opening price of this trade. So this particular example is an example of a trade that was opened at $197.50. And we ultimately closed the trade at $90.98. What this means, ladies and gentlemen, is that it didn't matter to EasyBot that the price had fallen, in this case, almost 54%. EasyBot was still able to close this trade in profit with the price down 54% and make profit for the user without using leverage or contract trading, exposing their account to any unnecessary risk. We only do long position trades, but through a very, very smart, intelligently programmed algorithm, EasyBot is able to see and ride these waves and still generate consistent profits for you. Let's jump in and actually look at real trading results. And so let me give this to you in a broader portfolio. We have 19 coins that we started trading back in May of last year. And the gray line that you're looking at on the screen represents the average coin price in that portfolio. So here's our starting point. And this is what the market does. 34 days later, the price drops. The average portfolio value drops 28%. So let me put this in perspective for you. It's like if you put $10,000 into a mutual fund or into the stock market, and then you lost 30%. So now that $10,000 is worth $7,000. And for most people, that's hard to swallow. Imagine if that happens 34 days, it's easy to think, well, I must have made the biggest mistake ever. Well, that's what it feels like when you don't have the power of a tool like EasyBot working for you. Now, there was a bit of a breather because the market seemed like it wanted to recover. We got all the way back up to a negative 17%, but that wasn't the end of the story. The market continued to it was a really rough year. This was 2022. Many people called it the crypto winter, one of the most difficult times in the history of cryptocurrency. We saw drops all the way down into the 40% range, 45% range. This massive drop that looks like we just fell off a cliff right here, that happened after the cryptocurrency exchange FTX crashed. And so here's what EasyBot does during this entire time. The blue line represents EasyBot's consistent positive trajectory, making more and more profit for this account. Didn't matter what was going on in the market, EasyBot was just chugging away. Let's talk about chugging away. This is a different way of looking at the same account. On the left-hand side, what we're seeing are profits earned we're showing it in dollars and cents. It's technically USDT. So you can see the profits being earned consistently. There are 19 coins being traded here. You can see the trades are running. When I talk about being able to close hundreds of trades a day, a week, ladies and gentlemen, we've closed over 11,000 trades in order to achieve these results. And in 263 days, over $5,432 was earned in this portfolio. That's the left-hand side. 11,181 trades went down in order to generate this profit. And on the right-hand side, we can see the performance of all of the different assets in this portfolio. So we have Matic, which was our top performer at 60%. And we have Bitcoin, which was our worst performer in the portfolio during this period at 6%. Now, let's put this in perspective. So the S&P 500, the S&P 500 is a measurement of the index of the top 500 businesses or assets being traded on the US stock exchange. And in 2021, 2022, during the same period of time that we're looking at this account and its performance, it lost 20%. So if you had money in the traditional stock markets, let's say you had it in a mutual fund, the value of those funds lost 20%. So even if you would have taken all of that money and put it into our worst performing asset, Bitcoin, during the same period, you would have had a significantly better return than what you had in the traditional markets. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the beauty and the secret of EasyBot, and that is make consistent profits for you. Now, the average performance of this portfolio was nearly 30%. So while traditionally in the traditional markets, they were losing 20%, this portfolio's average return was right around 30% since we've been tracking it. Now let's take it a step further and let's look at a brand new account that we started trading January 1st. This account now has all 29 coins that are available. So the previous account we were looking at had 19. That was all that was available to our members in May of 2022. As of January, we now have 29 total coins available. So this has been running for about a month and a week. And in the first 5 weeks, it's earned $751.41 in profit. The average return on this portfolio, 4.38%. You can see here our worst performer is just under 2%, and our best performer over 13%. You'll also notice that some of our best performers on the other account are no longer our best performers on this account. So a couple of things that I want you to take away from these two slides that we just looked at. One is the importance of diversification. So what you should know about EasyBot is that we don't make any guesses or assumptions about what's going to happen tomorrow. What's the best coin to trade? What's going to take off tomorrow? We don't make any of those assumptions. EasyBot's designed to ride the wave of the cryptocurrency markets. We know the prices are going to go up and they're going to go down. And what we are able to do is make profit in either one of those scenarios. And so here's an average return on this portfolio so far, 4.38% in the first 5 weeks of 2023. All right. Super important here, ladies and gentlemen, is to know that your funds are always in your control, because all investing is centered around risk and risk management. Anytime you take your funds and you give it to a third party and you no longer have access to your funds, you've significantly increased your risk. And so with EasyBot, your funds are always 100% in your control. Never have a delay in accessing your funds. You don't have to wait for permission from anybody at EasyBot because we simply don't have access to the funds that you are trading. So let's make this really clear in terms of where your funds go. So on the left-hand side, we're highlighting for you, there are 3 cryptocurrency exchanges we connect to. 2 of them are named Binance. There's Binance.com and Binance US. And then there's also KuCoin. So whatever you're trading with EasyBot, whether it's $1,000 or $100,000, all of those funds are in your in your own trading account, in your own Binance or KuCoin account. That's what we've talked about here so far, is how EasyBot, the product, works. And if you'd like to try EasyBot, and we hope certainly by the end of this conversation that you do, what we're really proud of is that we're able to offer incredible support for you as well. So it's not just a piece of product and good luck, hope you have a great experience. we're here to support you as well. And so we do 3 live Zoom support calls every single week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And we also have an incredible knowledge base. So you can find a lot of the questions, most commonly asked questions. And we have a support ticketing system. So if you have any specific questions or you need any specific help with your account, you can always submit a ticket and we can help you. I see a question there, need help adding another bot. Adding another bot is pretty straightforward. Let me jump in and share my screen. Let's look at our demo account. So we're going to go right here and click on bots. And if you can follow these simple instructions, you can use EasyBot successfully. So you're going to click add new. And you're going to generally recommend start by choosing an exchange. So if you've already got your exchange connected, you would have taken this step. If you're trading in EasyBot and you want to add more bots, you already have an exchange connected. If you are setting it up for the first time, then there are a few steps to connect your exchange to EasyBot. Fairly simple, and we've got great videos to walk you through that, or a white glove onboarding service that you can use to get help. All right, choose your exchange. The default currency, quote currency, is USDT. And depending on whether you choose KuCoin or Binance, you'll have a second option. And then choose the base currency that you want to trade. So if we wanted to trade ETH, we would choose that. We're going to leave it on cycle, which simply means EasyBot's going to open, close, open, close, open, close. Now, we do have some minimums that we require in order to utilize the EasyBot strategy. If you're on KuCoin, you really need $300 assigned, or it will not allow you to use the EasyBot strategy. Can use it, can trade with less, but it will require you to turn the EasyBot strategy off in order to do that. If you're on Binance, that number is 600. The reason for that is that the EasyBot strategy is designed to close trades even in a market that is free falling, 50% and more. And so we need enough of a budget in order for the strategy to work. Okay, so that's the reason for the minimums. We have folks that are trading hundreds of thousands of dollars in EasyBot, so you don't have to start with minimums. You can be confident that you can use EasyBot with any amount that you'd like to give it, and it will produce the same promise for you that it's produced for every one of our members: consistent profits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've chosen the exchange, you've chosen the currency that you want to, the coin that you want to trade. You've given it a budget, and the last thing we're going to do is title it. And what a lot of our members will do is title this particular bot, the coin name and the date. Today is February 8th. And if you can do that and hit save, that is it. There's a lot of folks that want to get involved in crypto, that want to see something transform for their future. You know, if you listen to the news will tell you that we're in a global recession, that everything's going bad. The gap between the haves and the have-nots is growing wider. And I love the fact that we have a product here that can close that gap and can give anybody at all, anywhere in the world, a level playing field to build their financial future on. All right, let's summarize what we've talked about here so far. EasyBot is reshaping the future of crypto trading, and here's why. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can be stress-free. You can take your emotions out of this crazy market and allow EasyBot to trade for you, so you're not stressing out about it. And what you're going to get is consistent, profitable returns. EasyBot being designed to only close and profit means it consistently, no matter what's happening in the market, whether it's up or down, our third point here, profit in a market going up or a market going down, EasyBot's the right tool for you. Automatically compound your earnings. Albert Einstein thought automatic compounding was very, very important. EasyBot helps put you on the right side of compounding, where you're earning compounding interest. You can withdraw your profits at any time, so the funds are 100% in your control, and doesn't matter how much experience you have. As a trader or as somebody who's used a technology like this before, EasyBot levels the playing field and allows anybody, regardless of experience, to be able to take advantage of this powerful technology. All right, so if all of this makes sense to you and you would like to get started with EasyBot, we're going to give you a couple different ways to go. So you're going to select your package, connect EasyBot to your own cryptocurrency exchange account, and then start trading. Let's talk about a couple different package options. So you're going to create your account. Everybody starts with a free account. That free account gives you access to trade 2 bots or to have 2 simultaneous trades running. When EasyBot trades and closes on a trade, 0.4% of the amount that is being closed is charged as a software service fee. And as you upgrade in the various packages, you'll notice that that software service fee gets lower and lower. So there's a couple of reasons you'll want to consider upgrading. Our advanced package is our next option. The advanced package is $21 a month. It's billed at $250 a year. It allows you to save 25% on every single trade. So software service fee goes from 0.4% to 0.3%. And for a limited time, when you upgrade to advanced package, you're going to get 100 free trades. Now, you are also able to trade up to 10 bots simultaneously. The reason for that, the reason that's important is, again, you see the power of diversification from the previous slides that we showed. Some coins are going to perform better than others. And at any point in time, any number of those coins can absolutely take off and have a great couple days, couple weeks, couple months, or even a great year. So you want to be able to diversify to have the best possible experience. Our advanced package allows you up to 10 simultaneous trades. Let's talk about the VIP package. When you upgrade to the VIP package, that is $83 a month billed annually at $9.95 a year. You're going to save 38% on every trade, as your software service fee has now been reduced to 0.25%. To give you an example of what that is in real dollars and cents, if we closed a $100 trade, your software service fee would be just 25 cents. Now, for a limited time, when you upgrade to into the VIP package, you're going to get 250 trades. And now you can trade up to 25 bots simultaneously. So again, giving you additional access to diversifying your portfolio. Now you can connect up to 5 different connections, exchange connections, and you get access to one-on-one support. So everybody gets access to our group support, but if you would like one-on-one support as a VIP member, a VIP Plus member, that is afforded to you. I'm going to jump to the VIP Plus package, which gives you unlimited access to the EasyBot platform for $125 a month. It's billed annually at $14.95 because your software service fee is 50% less at 0.2%. Now, for our VIP Plus package for a limited time, you're actually getting 1,000 free trades. And you can trade over 100 bots, actually unlimited number of bots, incredible opportunity for diversification. And you can have up to 5 exchange connections. Now, let's talk about why those 5 exchange connections or how they could be utilized. A lot of people may consider this something like a family package. So I've got 5 kids, and if I wanted to create accounts for each of them, but I wanted to manage the funds, now I can have all the funds in my KuCoin account and create sub-accounts, but have different connections so that they can each see how their own portfolio is performing. That's one of the ways that multiple exchange connections works for large groups or for families. All right, so decide which package. Hopefully after today's discussion, it's not a matter of whether you should choose a package, just which one is right for you. Typically, if a person is trading $1,000 or more, they're going to choose the advanced package. If they're trading $3,000 or more, they're going to choose the VIP package. And if somebody wants to trade $5,000 or more, the VIP Plus package is generally where they decide to make that upgrade. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the discussion that we're having here today is about your personal path to financial freedom. Here's what I want you to know. It doesn't matter where you are on this scale. It doesn't matter where you are. The conversation that we just had with you, and we just introduced the tool we just introduced you to, can help you get to a place of financial freedom where you can live off the passive income that your investments generate. Here's this quote that I love from Robert Kiyosaki, who says that to obtain financial freedom, you must either be a business owner, an investor, or both, generating passive income, particularly on a monthly basis.